This is Lawrence D. Adams, and yes, I am here live. We are going live, getting everything together. You should be clearly. Yes, the screen is blank, but it will not be blank for long. So let's do this right quick. Let's do this. So yeah, we're definitely going live right now. The notification. Why you must always be on top as a man. I think that's so important. We need to talk about that today. Why you need to be on top as a man. I don't understand why we don't get this. Why you must be on top as a man. Why you must always be on top as a man. It is so imperative that you're on top as a man. And most people don't even understand how important it is. Why you need to be on top as a man. Got to be on top as a man. So we're gonna get started in a few minutes. Let the clock run around. We're gonna get started. Wait for everybody to get into the chat room. We're gonna talk about it. Yo, this is Lawrence D. Adams, and we are live right now. We are getting ready to, and we want to definitely thank everybody for coming through. I will be going live in a few minutes, waiting for everybody to come through for this, what we're talking about tonight, or today rather. I'm so used to going at night, but there we go. So we're gonna definitely get going. So I'm gonna put the on. You in the chat? What's going on? Respect, bro. Why the man must always be on top, man? I'm telling you, you're right. I had about it. Respect, bro. What's going on? Joe Blast, what's going on? What's going on? Once I figure this out, we're gonna get the ticker to go on the bottom so we can see what everybody says. But today we're going to talk about why must a man always be on top. Man, it is so imperative that men understand this. Why must a man always be on top? It is important. Let me say this. Let me get this first thing. I always say it has been an insult against true, pure masculinity. There's been an assault against true, real masculinity. And so what happens is true, real masculinity has suffered so much in this day and time that a lot of men have left their place of where they need to be at. So it is imperative that men must be on top. Men were never designed, because I know I'm about to repeat this, men were never designed to be on the bottom. You were to dominate and to take over. To lead, to dominate, and to take over. What happens is we have so watered down what it is to be a man, and that so many people have given their input on what a man is, that the man is confused. And one of the best ways that you confuse, how do you confuse a lion is, to tame a lion, what you do is you take a stool and you have 3 legs. And with the 3 legs, you push it into his face. And so he tries to focus on all 3, and it weakens him. So what happens is a lot of men are so focused on 3 things, and that their vision is not single enough. And so what happened is, because their vision is not clear and single enough, they're not accomplishing anything. So let me stop right there. Actually in the chat room, we got 2 people watching. Why do you think it's important for a man that a man must be on top? I need you guys to answer that. Why do you feel it's important that a man must be? And I know it's a delay, so I know that. So once I figure out, why must a man be on top? Why must a man be on top? So, because I really want you guys to get this, because it's so important. And I think I'm going to bring in a Zoom call in a few minutes, because I'm not going to be in here that long. So why is it so important that you understand that a man must always be on top? Let me change the light a little bit. There we go. Must be on top. There we go. Must be, because what happens is a lot of men have forfeited their role as a man. A lot of men have forfeited their role as a man. And when you forfeit your role as a man, everyone's going to run over you and treat you like crap. The next thing is going to happen, you're going to be shamed. They're going to try to deflect. They're going to say you're in your feelings. Why? Because you are being a man. The thing is, society does not want you to be on top, because when you realize that you're on top, you have the ability to rule. You have the ability to take over. Thank you. I gotta move my thing over and see here. 1 second. Okay. A man must be on top because that's his true place. Thank you so much. That is true, Ian. A man must be on top because that is his true place. You were never designed to be begging and to be like a worm in the dirt. Good morning. You were designed to be on as is beneath you. But you don't need to, the first place, because we're going to always go there. The first place, you must realize that in order for you to realize that you must be on top as a man, you must know it inwardly. You must be so convinced that you must be on top. I don't care what arena it is, you got to realize on the inside first that you must be on top. And what happens in life, of course, the culture that we're in are saying, oh, men shouldn't be on top. Men, they should be, we need you to be partners with us. No, there's always an order. The man, then the woman. The man, and then the woman. So what happens is we have a lot of people who are afraid, men who are afraid to stand up. Because you know why you're afraid to stand up? It's because you're afraid that if you stand up, you're going to lose your opportunity to get what's between your legs. I know I'm going in early this morning, but I have to. You're afraid that you're going to lose what's in between your legs or your opportunity to be with a woman because your standards is only how can I get what's between her legs versus what's in her mind. So that's where a lot of guys miss it right there. they are so enamored on trying to get what's between her legs, and you put that on the pedestal, not knowing that your goal is to always be on top. Your goal is to always be on top. If you're not on top, what can she look for? Let me give you a simple example. When men take pictures, we normally take pictures down like this. You ever notice that women always take pictures like this? Take pictures where you're looking up at them. You ever notice that? It's because instinctively they know that that is their place where they need to be. They always want to be looking up at a man, never looking down at a man. You got to be, so I want you to realize that. You always got to realize they always want to be looking down. They want to be looking up at a man. Just look on Facebook, Instagram, any TikTok. Women always taking pictures like this, like that. But when you realize a man is always taking a picture, he's looking down. Why? Because he's in his natural place where he's in rulership, where he looks down, a place of authority. So you need to look at that. Your place is always, like I said, a man must be on top because that is his true place. The place is to be on top. If you're not on top, then you need to think about it. Why am I not on top? See, she's never going to respect you to the degree you need to be respected because you don't see yourself as being on top. I'm going to add the Zoom call to this. 1 second. It's got to find my email. So you got on top. If you're not on top, and it's the thing, how can I say this? Everyone cannot be on top. Let me say this again. Everyone cannot be on top. As much as we want to think it, everyone cannot be on top. Everyone cannot be on top. Because if everyone is on top, what happens is it will make everything on top heavy and it will fall down. Now, when I say this, that you as a man, that's your natural place, like I am saying that's your natural place, that does not take away from the woman and her position. Because I know some women are women. What do you mean he got to be on top? I'm doing this. No, sister. No. It is his natural place to rule. To rule as a man. The problem is you don't recognize it. And second of all, you accept just anything in your life. This is, I don't know, this is not gonna, I gotta see I can do this. You accept anything in your life. Because you accept anything in your life, what happens is, because you accept anything in your life, you lower your standards. You lower your standards. Hold on, let me get something right quick, because I think I can. You lower your standards. Hope you guys can hear me. Let me get a piece of equipment. You lower your standards. Because you lower your standards, women do not respect you at all. Do not respect you at all. I'm still here. I just put the camera off because I got to trying to connect something right quick with my laptop and my iPad. Hopefully that should do it because I want to sync them up. Let me put the camera back on. So women are not going to respect you at all because you're coming from a place of we're on the same plane. You always got to have the edge. You got to always have the edge that you are just and beyond a little better than the woman that you're with. Because I'm going to tell you something women always talk about. They say, I want a man who can teach me. What? I want a man who can teach me something, show me something. If that don't sound like you're a little bit better than her, or that you're a leader, I don't know what it is. They don't want a man that they feel that they got to teach and lead, because then they turn into a mother mode instead of the you be being ship mode. That's the problem. Too many of you guys are in the looking for a mother and not looking for what? A woman or a wife. I know it's just tough today, but it is what it is. Once you realize that, it would change all. What's good, Player for Life? What's going on, Big Hump? What's going on, Player for Life? So many guys got to realize you got to have the edge that you are better than the women or the woman that you deal with. If you do not have that mentality, you got to realize that you got to have that mentality, because you know why? If you do not, she's going to lose that edge of respect for you. And if she loses respect for you, she's going to treat you like crap. And what happens is, because like I said yesterday, because so many women are in their masculinity, it bothers them, so they want to battle against your masculinity. Let me say it again. Because you are now standing above her, and she's so used to being in power, in rulership, she's going to try to fight you in her masculinity instead of bowing down in her femininity, which is her true power of who she is. If this is making sense to you, let me know in the chat room, because I could be just talking. I'm trying to get my Zoom together, but my Zoom, I can't get into my email on my other device. Most men really aren't better. You actually have to show and prove. Thank you, Player for Life. Thank you. That's the thing. That's the thing. That's a good point. That's why it's so important. Player for Life, go to his channel. Come to this channel. Other people's channel. You need to invest in yourself so you can be and show and prove. Most guys want to talk it. That's why I did this series on don't ask for a submission if you're not on your mission. If you don't put the work on you. Most guys do not want to put in the work. What does that mean, put in the work? You want it to be magical. You're just like the women. You're delusional. Most guys are just delusional. You're delusional. Oh, I want her to do what I want to do and say what I need to do. I'm better than her. How are you better than her? When is the last book you read? Where's the last place you went? What kind of work what kind of work have you done on yourself? You can't be better. Thank you, Player for Life. You can't be better than her if you don't put in the work on you. Most guys want to come on YouTube, get some information, don't want to invest in themselves, and guess what? They want to. You're going to get the woman, but you're going to get a woman, a lower quality woman, and not a woman that's going to actually be there for you. Or you get a woman. Okay, you asked a question, Joe. You said, what if she's trying to resist it, then what? You move on. Player for Life, you're around the money. The mindset of dominance is important, but you have to walk it like you talk it. Just so thing, because a lot of guys, I listen, talk it. And when she bucks up against your program, either she comply or she has to walk. See, you're not willing to walk away from the box. And so what happens is, since you're not willing to walk away, who really wins? Who really has the power? You definitely have to walk it like you talk it. You have to be so comfortable that she's going to get upset and may not like you for it and walk away. And you realize, you know what? You have an abundance mindset. There's someone else who will get my program. You definitely have to walk it like you talk it. And most guys are afraid to talk. They want to talk it, But when it's time to walk it, and when you have to face it in real life, and she's right there, and you saying this is what it is, guess what's going to happen? Guess what's going to happen when you're faced with what you want and she doesn't give it to you? Will you buckle under the pressure, or will you step up and say, no, this is the direction that we're going in? Can you stand the test that you will be tested as a man? That's part of being a man. You're going to be challenged. You got to have the mindset. Mindset. I think I did a whole thing about mindset, and action. So you can have all the faith in the world, and I'm the dominant man, I'm the ruler, and I'm doing this. But if you do not walk it, and you don't, it does not start with the woman when you walk it. That's what most guys don't realize. It does not start with when you get with the woman. This is something that you do in every part of your life. We talked about yesterday, you must dominate your mind. You must dominate what? Your mindset. Started with you, but you got to walk this out. And when you deal with everybody, so when the woman comes up, it's just second nature because it's who you are. You're not putting on a show for the woman. See, most guys are, let me say this. Most guys will put on a show. Yeah, man, I'm doing it. I'm letting the woman know this is what it is, and then walk and talk it with her. But they're afraid to walk it, talk it when it comes to another man. If I'm walking down your street, let me know in the chat room. If I'm walking down your street, let me know in the chat room. Let me know in the chat room. See, it's easy to say, oh, you do it with a woman, because I've seen that happen in a particular situation. This individual would do that all with women. He'll walking and talking. He'll walking and talking with women. I mean, with women. But when it comes to dealing with another man, he's tame as a little puppy. You know why? Because he has separated. He has only a smidget of what it means to be on top. To be on top means that you're on top on every area, no matter who you deal with it. Even with your mother, with your father. Please don't think I'm being funny. It doesn't mean you disrespect them, but you let them know this is what it is for my life. Because they'll throw that car. You know, I brought you in this world and I'll take you out of you. But you got to realize, if it's only mitigated to when you deal with women, I'm watching you, buddy. Your game it ain't airtight like you think it is. You only have a smidget of what it means to be on top. You only have a what? A smidget of what it means to be on top. Why? Because you only mitigating, I have to emphasize this, when you deal with women. What are you dealing with that person that's calling for the bill collector? If you bills, you know, whatever. Are you have that same mindset that I'm the top? What if you, when you're going on for a job interview, that you know this is yours? What happens when you're dealing with the person who's walking up on you? Yo, man, this is what it is. You got to realize that it is not just mitigated to just when you deal with women. That's what I see happen on these YouTube streets. And I know y'all want to talk about women all the time, but it ain't always talking about the women all the time. This is a lifestyle. This is not just something that you put on like a coat. And most guys put on a coat that I'm the top, I'm the best. Like Player for Life said, oh, you know, you got to walk it like you talk it. This is something that must become a lifestyle, something that exudes out of you. If it is not exuding out of you, then there's a problem. Good question. I gotta get this. Let me get this Zoom call in. How important is planning your life, relationship, and finance? Exactly. I'm gonna tell you, this is a good question when it comes to being on top. In order to get to where you're going, you need to have a plan, a plan for life. I know where you come from. We come from some parts of the same ground as far as church. Let me bring this scripture in. It says, write the vision down, make it plain so they can run with it. Write the vision down, make it plain so they can run with it. You must have a plan for your life. I talked about this. You need to write down, what is your ideal life? What is your ideal relationship? What is the type of woman that you want to be with? How much money do you want to make? Because if you do not, someone else will plan it out for you. Or you would just go with the wind and blow, or you would settle for less than what you deserve. A lot of times we're settling for less than what we deserve because we have not written down and planned out what we want for our life. You're settling in a relationship. Good morning. We're settling in relationships because we are not looking at what we really want from a woman. Anybody can have big booties, big booties and big boobs, but what about her character? What about her character? What about her character? What about her makes her who she is? Because she can have all the curves that you want. She can even do the tricks and the flicks in the bed. But guess what? If you can't stay or she's not clean, what is the use of being with a woman? That's why you must write down what you want from a woman. What you want. What do you really want? Most of you guys are going here looking for the quick. All you want is a quick. You like a drug addict because all you're looking for is a quick hit of some sex. Don't get me wrong. We all want sex. But the thing of it is, if that's all you want, guess what? That's all you're gonna get, and you're missing out all the things that you can get from a woman. You're missing out on all the things that you can get from a woman. Same thing with your finances. You must get what do you want from your finances? Then you can make steps to get there so that you can be on top as a man. I don't understand why we don't get that, because you know why we don't get it? No one is taking the time to tell you. I'm looking at my two sons. Got a call last week, or I looked on Snapchat. My oldest son has decided he ended up going to an HBCU for 1.5 years, and then half. Then he came back up because of Corona, and he ended up going to a local college here. He's decided now that he realized that he wants to go to the Army. He's strategically planning out. So before he came to me, talking to me about what he wanted to do, he already thought about the cost that he had to pay when he comes to me to talk about it. Why did he think about the cost? Because he knows I'm going to question him. He knows I'm going to say, what are you going to do? Why do you want to do this? Most of your problems with a lot of guys on here, no one has questioned you or doing, so you haphazardly are running through life like a kid with a pamper on, because you do not allow someone to scrutinize the plans that you have. So I scrutinized him. He gave me the answer. He did good on his test, and he's going in for 4 years. He planned on finishing the rest of his 2 years in college and serving in the military. Now my youngest son, his plan is to get into an Ivy League school. So what he has done, he strategically for the past 4 years been working on getting his grades together. He stopped playing basketball. Good basketball player, but he said, no, what's more important, I want to get my grades. I want to get academically, I want to get there. So now he's in the position now when he applies for different colleges, he says, I'm going to an Ivy League school. Why is he going to an Ivy League school? Because he strategically planned out in 9th grade, after the first basketball season, this is what I'm going to do. Now, has he had both of them have hiccups? Yeah, they both have hiccups. But that's where they have the guidance of a parent, and particularly me as the father said, this is the way you need to go. No, you need to go that way. You need to think about this. You need to plan that way. So now he has more letters coming in from different high-end colleges, private colleges. Why? Because he paid the price in 9th grade. so that he can now in 12th grade get to the colleges that he wants to and not just settle. He's taking AP classes in high school in his 12th grade year. So when he go to college, he already had college graduate, already have college credits in high school going into college. Why? Because he planned out. Is it easy? No, it's not easy. That's why it's so important. As Player for Life asked the question, how important is planning your life and relationship and finances? It starts right now. You need to get a pen and paper, and you need to really think about where do you think about this. Somebody brought up this point. 2021 started 2 months ago. You said, what? If you look, I used to work in accounting. And so what we did was 3 months, I think it's 3 months before the end of the year, we're already working into the calendar year of 2021 of the next year. We are working into that. We're thinking about financially what we need to do and what sales and what needs to happen in 2021 when I used to work in accounting. Most of us are not that strategic or even that disciplined to say, what do we need to plan out for 2021? I know there's a corona. I know there's, this going on and that going on. But how are you strategically planning out for 2021? You need to write down what kind of woman that you want in your life. How much finances you want. Do you need to finish schooling? Do you need to move? Do you need to cut some people off? Do you need to let some more people in? Do you need to change your friends? Do you need to get more sleep? Do you need to exercise? Do you need to lose weight? Do you need to gain weight? You have not strategically planned for 2021, and we already almost 1 month in because Thanksgiving is tomorrow. You are behind. So how can you be on top if you're behind? How can you say you're the leader, but you're driving 5 cars behind? If this is helping you, man, I can definitely shut it down. I shut it down. I'll shut it down. I'll shut it down. This is right. Every action, thank you. Every action possibly should start with a plan. Right. And this the other thing, even with that. These people don't understand this. Sometimes you can plan, but it doesn't go as planned. Sometimes you can plan, but it doesn't go as planned. So you have to be flexible. And in order to be in leadership, I remember my mentor used to say this. In order to be in leadership, you have to be flexible. I did not like that when he used to say that. I didn't like that. He said you had to be flexible. You have to be flexible. And so I did not like that because you know why? I wanted to be strict, everything to go as planned. You have to be flexible. Sometimes it does not go the way you think it should go. I don't think I'm not paying attention. I'm trying to get to my channel so I can get into the chat room so I can drop this link in here so you can come up. Everything doesn't go as you think it should. But you have to be flexible to say, if it don't go this way, let me go to my plan B, plan C. Because when you do that, what's going to happen is, let me paste this in here. 1 second. I'm going to put this in the chat room. And you can come up. What's going on, McCain? And you can come up on the Zoom and it's pasted. Come into the Zoom, and we will have a conversation. Everything does not. So you need to be in 2021 right now. Mo 2. You need to be in 2021 right when? Not yesterday, but actually right now. When you're in 2021, what's going to happen is you're planning now. Wherever trips you want to make, who you want to deal with. You should be a better person, better version of yourself in 2021 than you were in 2020. That's just real talk. That's just real talk. That's just real talk. If you are not, you are falling behind. Click the link. You would come up right now. We can go right on a Zoom call. So you can ask. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. So you should be planning 2021. Let me get this. Let me show you what I got. See right here? I'm not just talking, as my player for life said. I'm walking. Plans, thoughts, ideas, everything. Who I want to deal with. Because you don't understand the power of the, let me go a little bit deeper. The power of the subconscious mind. So you can definitely come up click the link, you can come up to the Zoom call and we will, you can come up live and ask questions. Start talking crazy, anything like that, I'm going to let you cut you off. Plain and simple. But you got to realize this. The power of the subconscious mind, let me put it this way. You ever get a car, say you get, I don't want to use that car, I say, you get a car, I'm trying to think what good car it is. You get a black Lexus 4-door, fully loaded. Right. Chess is making many moves ahead. Correct. So you ever think about, let me explain how this works and the power of writing it down. You ever know if you get a black, and I want you to think about this, a black tinted out, black rims, a Lexus, and you get that car. You ever notice that when you start driving, you notice, okay, we got one, okay, I'm gonna let you in. You ever notice, 1 second, okay? You ever notice that when you do that, you start noticing other cars out there just like yours? You ever notice that? It's because of your subconscious mind begins to work and to realize that you start noticing things that you wouldn't have noticed before. The same thing when you begin to write it down. When you begin to write your goals down and where you're trying to get at, you start noticing things that will help you get there. You start noticing people that you need to talk to, who you need to deal with. Okay, Ian, are you there? I can't hear you. Hold on, let me see if I can get, let me see if I can get you. What I may do, I hear you. 1 second, let me see if I cannot hear you like I want to hear you. Let me take you off of there. Okay, let me see, go ahead, let me see if I can get it to, what I may do is I'm gonna enter it to my, stay there, okay? Can you hear me? Hold on, stay there. I'm going to go into my other thing. Cancel. 1 second. This is the level check. So you realize that your mind actually begins to go. Man, what is this? I got an existing meeting right now. Join. Let me see if it 1 second. I love technology. See if it allow me in, because I cannot hear you like I want to hear you. Invalid meeting. Let's go this route. 1 second. I love that your mind begins to really comes to notice the things that you wouldn't notice. Why? Because you have begun to program your mind to notice what's out there. Hold on, I'm getting to you. I'm just trying to get to this app, and I couldn't do it the other way. I did it before, but it won't allow me to do it this way. Where are you? Z at the bottom. Once I get to this, it's going to be on. Oh boy. So there we go. Let's go here. Okay. We try. Okay. Keep staying there 1 second. I will bring you in a second. I am doing double time. Join. I don't know why it is doing this. I got an existing meeting. Start meeting invite. Oh boy. Start. I don't know why it won't let me in. That's why you should always feed your mind with self-positive talk. That is true. That's so important. That's why you should always do that. Once I'm trying to get into this call, shoot, man, it says I'm okay. I want to get into the one I'm already in. Join a meeting that I'm already in. Cancel. And I did this before because I'm joining from my. Okay, so what's your question? Let me see if I can hear it. Go ahead. Yes, I can't. I'm trying to get you onto. So it is loud, and I cannot get into my own meeting. Okay, meetings. Join. So what's your question? I can hear you, but I'm trying to get them to hear you, and that's the problem. Let me jump off, and I'm gonna jump off this link, and I'm gonna do another link, and I want you to come back in, okay? You got me? Okay. Okay, so let me do this. Let's do this. Let's do another one. So I want you to realize. So that's why it's so important. That's why you got to put goals in front of you while you are. You need to program yourself to put goals in front of you, because when you do, what's going to happen is you begin to open up, you begin to run into people, situations, and things that will push you to the next level. Okay, let's try this. We're going to try this again, because I really want you guys to question, and I can pump it up onto here like I need to. 1 second while we get this together. I'm going to take that link down because that link is not any good. Let's do this. And I want him to really get in because I think he has some things. And please understand that you would not be on, your camera would not be seen. So let's do it. I'm going to put the link again. Let me copy. Okay, here we go. There we go. LDA is doing it. He's doing it well. So we're going to definitely get into 1 second. Don't leave. Let me go into the chat room. And here we go. Here's the new link. And here we go. Boom. That is the new link. There's the new link right there. Hit that link, and then we'll be able to hear you loud and clear. And that's how we're going to do it. Let me try it that way. So that's the new link. Hit that link if you want to come up, and then you can ask questions. What we're talking about. This is. I love technology. I'm telling you, I love it. Let's see. Let's see here. Ping. What's going on? There we go. There's a new link. There we go. And now we're on this call, and I can definitely see you, and I can see who coming in. And there, hit that link that's there. There we go. There we go. I love it. There we go. Here we go. You should be able to come over through the mic. Can you? All right. Are you there, brother? Hit the. All right. I can hear you loud and clear. Good. What's going on, brother?
Not too much, man.
Good.
What's up, LDA?
What's going on?
Man, you were eat today, my friend.
Appreciate that. So what do you think about what we talked about?
Yeah, man, I was curious because I've been taking notes this morning. This feels like a perfect time to feed the mind, like we're talking about. I think it's real important to feed the mind, and that's why I'm a big fan of what you're doing right now, because this is a great way for me and the people in the chat to feed our minds, bro. Because there's no, we need to seek out things like this, because it's not just in our face. The media is not putting things like this in our face to make us better. You know, we got to seek it out ourselves. And I'm so grateful for what you're doing, bro.
I greatly appreciate that. So what does it mean? So if you hear the voice in the background, that's Ian. He's in the chat room, and I'm saying your name correct. Can you hear me? Ian. I'm sorry. Hey, man.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good. So
it's love, bro.
Ian. So what's up, Coach Mike? What's going on? What's up, brothers? I see you in the chat room. So you can hit that link right there, and you can definitely come up. But I have a question for you. Why is it so important for you to hear that you must be on top as a man? Could you explain that?
Yo, so why is it important for me personally to hear that I should be on top? I feel like we're talking about earlier this morning, is like society does not want us on top, because as men, the weaker the men are in society, the easier that society is to control. So it's important for me to hear that I should be on top, because it reminds me of my true place in the hierarchy of this world. Like, it reminds me that the creator is in me, like I am the creator, and I'm able to move through life with some confidence and move through life with a peace and joy, just knowing that I'm on top and knowing my true place.
And I think that's the reality I want to get to everyone that's listening, is you got to know your place as a man. And what happens is, and I said this earlier because a lot of people didn't get it, McCain, everybody that's there, you got to realize that your true nature, your true place, like you said, was to be on top. Anything else is less than who you are. And what happened is, we have a lot of people, a lot of men, because I'm talking to the men. Hit that like, thank you, hit that like button. A lot of men who are settling because they do not, I haven't said this, and I want you to get this, they're not willing to compete. You're not willing to compete. To be on top, I think Player for Life would definitely agree with this, you will have to compete in life, because everybody can't be on top. I'm competing now with my old self from last week, because I only did live streams only at Tuesday nights at between 11 o'clock or between 11:10 once a week. I'm competing with my old self, because now I'm doing live streams every single day, pouring out and giving. So because I'm competing with the old Lawrence D. Adams. What you got to say about that, bro?
Facts. You're putting out the content consistently, and it's potent. You know, everything you're saying, bro, is coming from experience, because that's something that I'm trying to get better at myself, is seeking out more experiences, because when you speak, man, your experiences speak for you, and I can hear it in your voice, LDA, and everything you're saying, bro. It's potent. It's consistent.
I definitely appreciate that, because I think a lot of guys don't understand. You're looking at. Yep. I didn't. Just the thing, and this is no slight against any other content creator. I didn't start yesterday, and I didn't start 4 years ago. I started over 10 years ago doing this. But I will be transparent. Can I be transparent here? Just because I started over 10 years ago, there was one fatal flaw that I had. One fatal flaw, and I want everybody to get this. If you want to hear this fatal flaw that I have, I'm going to be transparent. If you want to hear this fatal flaw, put a 1 in the chat room. You want to hear this one fatal flaw? Why? I've been doing it for over 10 years now on MySpace, and MySpace goes way back. Put a 1 in the chat room. You want to hear this one fatal flaw? Why? That's good, McCain. I think part of it is that as a man, self-reflection must be done and realize what is your. Yeah, put the 1 in the chat room. You want to hear my one fatal flaw. What was that one fatal flaw? I've been doing it 10 years, but it's one fatal flaw. And this is something I had to conquer in my own self. And I'm trying to I'm looking at doing double duty here. So I'll say it to you because they're not catching it. There you go. Put the 1 in the chat room, and you want to hear my one fatal flaw. See, you can't be a content creator and be an influencer and do all this if you do not share your fatal flaws. I'm going to show you my one fatal flaw. Put that 1 in the chat room, and you want to hear that one fatal flaw. Because everybody want games. Show me how to do this, how to get the woman. But they don't share you they don't tell you the times when it didn't work. They don't share how it didn't work for you. Let me take this off of here. Let me get one more 1 and I'm going to share it. Yep. There we go. One more 1. Okay. Since it's just so the thing that one fatal flaw was, I was not consistent. I was not consistent. I was not, thank you, McCain. I was not consistent. In all those 10 years, I was on, off, and I was not consistent. Being inconsistent can rob you of millions and reaching the goal that you need to be at. Being inconsistent will rob you of life, situations, and who you need to be with because you're inconsistent. I was inconsistent in doing what I do. Did I have something to talk about? Yes, but I was not consistent. What do you got to say about that, Ian? And I don't know why I want to get your name all mixed up. So what do you say about the being inconsistent?
Yo, man, so I think consistency and getting momentum is really important. And even for me too, bro, I look at my old journals and I've been doing this for like about, a couple of years now. Maybe not as long as you, but I've been blessed to start early. And, each and every day I'm with it, man. And I think it's about building some good habits and feeding your mind, like we're saying, consistently. Because as you get your subconscious mind programmed for new paradigms, you're able to be consistent because you're not really working against yourself. Your subconscious mind is working for you. And I think once you begin to feed that subconscious mind, consistently, it makes it so much easier for you to be consistent. It makes it so much easier for you to be consistent in what you need to be consistent in. And I think the inconsistency comes from flowing up the river, working up the river and working against yourself. And it might be inconsistent at first because you're allowing your subconscious mind to align with the new paradigm. So at first you might be inconsistent because you're shaking off old habits, but the consistency will come over time. And always, no matter what happens, always get back into that flow and just keep working. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's definitely true. That's why when you're consistent, to be on top, you got to be consistent. So let me say this. You said something so good. It's momentum. Once you begin to become consistent, you build momentum around you, and what happens is it's like the energy around you begins to pull everything towards you and brings more momentum to what you're doing. But what happens is we stop midway into what we're doing or where we're going. And what happened is because we stop midway, we slow the momentum back down and we have to start again. You have to be consistent. You need to get that forward motion. People don't even know. This morning I got up already. I didn't want to get up this morning. I went up, went to the gym, did my elliptical, then I lift some weights, shower, then come in front of this screen. Consistency. When you are consistent, it actually becomes, but when you stop, you rob yourself of the destiny that you need to have. You rob yourself of the destiny that you need to have. And many of you guys are looking and say, why am I not where I need to be at in 2020? It's because you have not been consistent. I am challenging myself to do it every day, maybe not Saturday, Sunday, but every weekday, to get up 9:30, no matter who's over, she gonna have to sit over there in my blue chair while I'm right here dropping what I need to drop. If she does not think, I'm gonna tell you this. If she, go ahead.
Why is she sitting in your blue chair, bro? It was your meditation chair, man. Why is she sitting in that blue chair, though?
If she's sitting in my blue chair, she has to be quiet. That's right. That's my meditation chair. She has to be quiet. Or she gonna have her headphones in on her computer, but she's going to have to say this. Either she gets along or she gets going. And it's a tough pill, but you realize when you realize who you are as a man, you realize that you're a man. If she's not with your program, there's always another bus coming in 15 minutes. You got to be, you got to, you think that's harsh, but the reality of it is, I'm going to tell you the reality of it is, you have to so value your life and who you are that you would not tolerate anybody disrespecting your time, your place, or where you at. No woman can come over here and disrespect my place. She cannot leave her bra and panties on the floor or hanging up and things like that. You know why? Because this is my place and this is how I run it here. You have to feel the same way about your time and who you are. If I can get you men to understand the importance of valuing who you are as a man, this is what it means to be on top. I'm really getting at it, and I'm going to cut it off because we almost at an hour. I'm at an hour right now. You must value your time, your space, and who you allow in that space. You got to value it. If you do not value it, no one else will. That's why I said she's gonna she'll sit in my blue chair, but that's my meditation chair, but she's gonna be quiet. Now, if she start talking in the background while I'm talking to myself, guess what's gonna happen? I ain't gonna say nothing on here, but I'm gonna give a look. Go to the bedroom. Go to the bedroom. And I've done that before. Y'all didn't know it, but I gave a look and I was like, she go to the bedroom and close the door. Why am I doing that? Because I value what I do here, but I value who I am as a man. So I'm going to stop right there because I gave a lot of stuff here. You got to go back and listen to it, and I don't want to go over an hour. You have any questions before, because you're the only one that came up onto the Zoom call. You have any questions, anything that you want to say? You have the floor.
Yo, man, peace to the chat and peace to LDA, man. This is a place to be on a Wednesday morning. It feels like, because I can just feel my LDA. And LDA, I was curious, man, because I find myself, some things are easier for me to be consistent with, and some things are harder for me to be consistent. And so part of me is thinking, yo, should I just follow my intuition, go where I need to go, where I feel like I need to be, or should I? You get where I'm going with this, man? Because some things are just so easy to be consistent, and some other things are just harder to be consistent with. And it feels like a part of me is is pushing away my intuition to do the things that are harder to be consistent with, if that makes sense, man.
I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna break it down right quick. I'm gonna get a little street so you can understand it about consistency. I'm gonna break it down because you asked a good question. I'm gonna break it down. This gonna break it down. This is it. I gotta laugh because I know it. We really don't have a problem. What's going on? I ain't seen you in a while, bro. We really don't have a problem with consistency. We have a problem with vision. So let me break it and let me ask someone I would know, Connie Williams. Shout out to you, way down in Georgia. Say it another way. You become consistent when there's a woman that you want to take to bed and have sex with. Why? Because you're driven by the thought and the desire of getting her pleasure. You become consistent. You groom yourself. You get your car together. You make sure your clothes together. You become automatically disciplined because you thinking about the end goal is that I'm going to tear her up when I see her. See how consistent you became? Because you're looking at the end result. The end result is the pleasure that you're going to receive from her. So many times the consistency is not the problem. The problem actually is you're not looking at the end result. But let me get a little further because now I'm going to the stuff I study behind the scenes. You got to see yourself beyond the goal. How can I say that? What I mean beyond the goal, you got to see. So if your goal is to have a boat, so your goal is to have a boat that's on that you sail around Puerto Rico. Let's put it that way. That's a good goal. But you got to look, you have to see yourself on the deck of your boat with your legs kicked up, enjoying a pita colada. You have to get to the place where you're beyond the goal. You have to see it. That pushes you in that direction. You don't even know how you did it. You have to look. So the goal is the boat, but you got to look. You got to see yourself not getting the boat. You got to see yourself on the boat, legs kicked up, pita colada, and you have two lovely ladies saying, "What can I get you next?" Somehow, naturally, you're going to become consistent to get there. But the thing of it is, you have to lock in on not just the goal, but beyond the goal. This stuff I should not be telling you. I should not be sharing it. Because you got to look beyond. See, everybody says set goals, and I believe in setting goals, but I think you need to look beyond the goal. So you got to see yourself. You can't see yourself up. See, most time we're looking to obtain a goal, and we never look past. So I got to ask you a question. How would it feel if you're sitting on the boat and the sun is tickling your skin, and you have a nice cold drink, refreshing drink, and two lovely young ladies heatings waiting to do anything that you want? You can smell the food cooking in the Lord, actually making your favorite dish, and then you realize someone else is actually driving the boat while you own the boat, but you're driving it, and you can just dip it inside the waves in and out. That's thinking beyond just getting a boat. You're thinking at the place where you already obtain the gold. There's a complete difference. Most people are looking to obtain. They're not looking to the place where they're already maintaining. So my goal is not to have a YouTube channel. I'm already at the place now where I'm enjoying the beauty of people coming in and getting my message. They're taking it and their lives are prospering. I'm at that place, not getting numbers. Complete difference. See, most people teach you how to get the goals. Get the goals. That's good. But the thing of it is, you gotta see LeBron James. I'm in Cleveland. He's in Akron. Whatever. I went to school in Akron. But his goal this year was not just to play for the Lakers, but to see himself with Davis, giving him a hug, and we won the NBA championship. He seen himself with the ring. Everything he did, exercises, up early. Some of the losses, man, get it together. Fussing at Rondo, boom, 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 get it together. He telling this one because he became consistent because he looked not at the goal, he looked at the celebration after the goal. That's what most people need to get. You need to get to the celebration after the goal. Does that resonate with you? So I want to make sure I'm kicking this. How does that
That makes a lot of sense, LDA.
Go ahead. Explain why does it make sense?
Man, I feel like you answered. It makes sense because, man, it's like the things that I'm consistent in, the vision is clear in those areas, and the things that I'm inconsistent in, the vision is less clear. And I just made a lot of sense, and it just hit me. And it makes so much sense because then what I need to do is make that vision clear so that I can be able to produce more consistency, because then I really understand what I want. I really see what I want, and then I also feel what I want, you know?
That's the magic. So you got to feel. So think about it. When you want that girl, there's a certain girl, she's like, yeah. You already thought about what you're going to do, how you're going to flip it, rub it down, all that stuff, BDB. You're going to do it. You thought about, yeah, your girl is poison. You already thinking about, yeah. You automatically become consistent. Hey, how you doing? What's your name? Hey, here go my number. Somehow you just come magically consistent. Why? Because you already in your mind has thought about, I already knocked her off. It's already a done deal. She don't even know it. And it's the magic of this, and I shouldn't be telling this. When your intentions are that strong, when your intentions are that strong, what happens is this. He who has the strongest intentions actually rules, because strong intentions rule the world. People with weak intentions go with just the flow. That's just the real thing. It's funny because I watch a woman
that's goosebumps.
So it's the thing. When I know I'm gonna, this particular woman I want to get with, I set my intention. I'm gonna knock her off. It's over. It's done. I don't even question it. She can't help it while she's in my bedroom. Giving that as an example because I know it's relatable to everybody. She can't help it. It's like, what? I don't even. What? Wait a minute. What am I doing here? Not saying it works all 100% of the time, but it calls for you to be responsible with your intentions. I'm talking this. We are at we're at 10:30. I gotta go. I didn't eat lunch or nothing. I gotta figure out when I'm gonna eat. So your intentions. He who has the strongest intention. The lion, when he's out in the field, or the tiger, his intentions is to what? Get the prey. The prey has not. The deer can do nothing. It can run all it wants, but guess what? He's always going to be the tiger. He's always going to be it. He automatically surrenders. Don't even know why, because the tiger's intentions are stronger than the deer. That's how it works. Y'all done pulled on some stuff inside of me. This is too much. That's why people keep dropping on and off. They ain't ready for this. They want, well, how do I get the girl's number? What do I need to say to this? I can teach you all that, but it doesn't make any sense if you don't have it in you. I just gave game right there just on intention. So let's cut it right there. Thanks for coming up, man. Thanks for coming up. I just gave game right there. If you were to go back and just listen to that little snippet, you wouldn't even walk. You're walking with the intentions that you're a king or that you're a god, and women will begin to, I don't know why, just drawn to you, and you haven't said a word, because it's always inward. You're always reflecting what's inside of you out. That's why I'm not worried about people coming on in, because I realize I'm reflecting on some level, and this is too much for some people because they're used to getting cupcakes and ho-hos and not getting meat. So they only want snacks when they come onto YouTube and not getting something that's a substance that's going to change their life. That's it. I'm out. Lawrence D. Adams. My brother came up. Thank you for coming up. I thank you for the for what you sold the other day. I seen you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Let's do this again. I'll be back on Thanksgiving because I can't go to the gym tomorrow. So I'll be back at 9:30. I will be ready.